Judge Sylvester of the Arapahoe County courts, on top of deciding to seal this case just hours after it happened, has now made the decision that next Tuesday, I believe, his next court hearing when he will actually be charged, he will not let any cameras in there this time. No video, no still cameras. And that raises red flags to me after, it set off a lot of talk of his strange behavior, the way that he was just totally out of it. I mean, totally out of it. Not just sleepy, but actually nodding off. He looked so confused, like he might have even been catatonic and didn't know where he was. I mean, and I have done some research over the last few months into the Columbine shooting, which was also, just a few miles from this one, and very suspicious. Anyone who looks into that, there is overwhelming evidence that that was staged and had definite FBI, implications in it as being a staged terror event. Much like this, with much of the same motive. So yeah, and it reminded me of one of the victims, Mark Taylor, from that incident, who had actually been shot and had then gone before Congress to state his opinion about how psychiatric medication could be leading to these shootings. Shortly after that, he was then forcibly taken into custody and put in a psychiatric hospital for over a year. His mother couldn't get him out. And I remember the interviews of him before compared to the interview of him while he was in that psychiatric institution, and just the way that he would just zone out and his eyes would glaze, and he just kind of like twitchy and just like nobody was home at all. And it was very, very eerily similar to what I saw going on in that courtroom, which leads me to believe, I don't want to believe this. It's not that I want to find some conspiracy where there's not, but it's just overwhelmingly clear that this guy has been drugged or is being manipulated somehow, and the only reason I can see for them not having the cameras in the courtroom is because they want to squash this debate. They don't want that proof right there. Photographic evidence tells a lot, and have the general public start to question as well. So I find it very suspicious, and anyway, it's unreal the way that we have let ourselves be manipulated, and we need to demand that these kind of things that affect us at a deep level in society, or any proceeding, any criminal proceeding, should be open to the public scrutiny, public view, because otherwise how do you know that it's on the up and up? You need to know that, because it could be any of us sitting there, and we need to have that openness so that we have a right to a fair trial, so that there's nothing fishy going on. So again, I would urge anyone to contact any kind of representatives that you can and demand them to then contact the Arapahoe County Judge, Judge Sylvester, and ask him to reconsider his decision to both seal this case and now to not even let cameras in the courtroom. I think that this only leads to corruption, and if they want to say that there is no staged event here, the best way to prove their innocence in this involvement, or their innocence of involvement in this incident, the best way they can prove that is to just do everything in the open if they have nothing to hide. So, this is Laura Morrison. Please check out more about this and other very important issues at Infowars.com and Prison Planet TV. Thank you. God bless.